Let's send it over to Stephen Rickard. And one last time before we get to that, whose house? Have an excellent night home.
Mr. Salzillo is signed the hockey stick, and he'll come over here for our star of the game interview. Hey, sir, you want to go hand out some stuffed animals? Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry, I'm out finally.
all the stuffed animals, and gave me a lot of kids, so it's a good experience, and made a lot of kids happy with all of this stuff.
I think the players got a lot more out of it than I think the players were intending to get out of it. That was really fun last night.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. We got to hang out with the kids and pass up the bears. It was a great experience for us as well as the kids.
Now, tonight, you all got off to a great start. Got 2 goals, so some positives there, because you had a little momentum built, just couldn't hold it up throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, we had a really good start to the game, and unfortunately, we took some penalties that ended up costing us. We had a lot of momentum, and then we got a penalty, ended up going 5-on-3. So we just got to stay out of the box, but we had a good start. We just need to build on that and carry that into the next game.
And the next game is tomorrow night, Star Wars night, so kind of quick turnaround, take a few notes from this game and try to build off of that and get some more goals and get a nice win in front of about 3,000 or so tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, we have better results tomorrow. We're excited for our Star Wars night. We can see a lot of fans out here, and excited to wear the jerseys and auction them all after.
Your favorite Star Wars character, by the way, just real quick?
Darth Vader.
All right, good deal. We'll see you later.
Thanks.
Mr. Salzillo!
Time Picker with head coach Ian Moran following tonight's 3-2 loss to Huntsville. Coach will break it down on a period-to-period basis. Seemed like the first period was really evenly fought. Both sides had some good offensive chances. Mark Patacho had the goal late in the period. How impressed with you? What were your thoughts on the first period as a whole?
The first period, I thought we came out, we played really well, we competed, we stayed within our structure, without in our D zone. We did a very good job of eliminating prime opportunities for them, high scoring or high percentage scoring area shots. I thought that we communicated really well. We were smart at the lines, we got it in, we forechecked. And then as the second period went on, we made some, we talked about things in between periods as far as how they like to cycle the puck and use a high cycle and activate their D. We kind of got run around a little bit. Their first goal was basically what we had talked about in between periods. They executed it really well. The kid who scored, it was a great shot, 2.5 feet up, far side through a screen right off the pipe. It was a heck of a shot. And we got in a little bit of penalty trouble. Scored again, and when it all came down to it, it was like an 11-minute stretch in the second period where we were kind of running around. I talked to Bo and I talked to the guys after the game. It's not an effort thing. It's almost that they start working too hard and trying to start to do other people's jobs rather than focusing on their own and doing what they're supposed to do and doing that as well as possible. They start trying to help out and be involved in what other guys are doing, and then rather than having one guy at a position, we end up with 2, 3, sometimes 4, and that ends up really coming back to bite us in the butt. In the third period, we made some adjustments, talked to the guys in between periods. I thought they came out, they played well. They were much harder to play against. They were they finished their checks. They competed. I thought as the game went on, they did a great job as far as generating offense. We moved our feet. There were some penalties that I thought should have been called and they weren't, and our guys stayed focused. They didn't start to complain to the refs. They kept moving their feet and drew some penalties. We had some power plays, which were huge opportunities for us down the stretch. We just couldn't get the third goal, but in all honesty, I thought for the game, I thought the guys worked hard. There was an 11-minute stretch where they almost worked too hard, which is a funny thing to say, but they for as young as that roster was and as inexperienced, I thought our guys played really well and played hard. And Nick Wright back on D played great. I think he's going to watch some tape with me, but I thought he should be really proud of himself for how he played. He did a great job out there.
All right. Besides Nick Wright that you just mentioned, was there anything else that really stood out to you in particular tonight?
I thought CJ Blaska had a great game. I thought Rory's always steady. I thought Big Al had some really good shifts. He had a couple of big blocks. I thought Osterchuk and Net had a good job. You know, that first goal is a heck of a shot, and after that, it's just kind of situation dictates those goals. You know, for their first couple games, I thought that Joey Potoma played really well. I thought Ryan Marker was much better tonight playing with Salzillo and Pataccio. You know, Sal's a pretty quiet guy, and it's pretty approachable. I thought, and then Pataccio and Marker are friends from New Jersey, so I think it makes it easier for Ryan to ask questions and feel good about things. As you know, Rulavicius, Ferrio, and Tucker have been playing quite a bit for the last month or so, and I think they do a good job. They're 5-on-5. They're great in our end. They're very sound. They compete really hard. They block shots. They do a good job finishing checks. And then the line with Freddie Hine, Kinger, and Ryan Stainer, I thought did a good job. They kept it simple, generated some chances. Freddie had a couple good shots. You know, that line, they kept it simple, and I think they did a good job. I mean, really and truly, I thought the guys played hard. They thought they worked hard. There was honestly, I don't know for sure. I'm going to say it's like 11 and a half minutes in the second period where they start to work too hard and they take themselves out of position, and that kind of changed the flow and momentum of the game.
Right. Turning the page into tomorrow's night's game. Lost all 5 games against Peoria so far. Most of them have been relatively close. What is it finally going to take to finally get the win over Peoria?
Well, I was saying before, like we've played them 5 times, but this team we have here hasn't played them yet. I mean, this is a totally new team playing against them. We know their tendencies. We played against them enough that we can watch video and talk to the guys about things. And I think if we stay within our structure and protect the areas that matter, I think that we can do well. You know, we've got a very young lineup, and he does a great job coaching and prepping that team, and it's something I actually really look forward to coaching against him.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you, Tommy.